My dear child, you did not press play by accident. Before your finger touched that button, before your eyes caught the thumbnail, before you even picked up your device tonight, this moment existed in my mind. I saw you here, I called you here, and I have something to say that cannot wait another day, another hour, another breath. Everything happening in your life right now, every struggle that keeps you awake at night, every fear that grips your chest when you open the mail, every shame you feel when you cannot provide what your family needs, I have seen it all, not from a distance, not with indifference, but with the fierce attention of a father watching over his wounded child. And tonight, I am speaking a decree over your life that will end the cycles of lack and begin an era of provision so profound, it will reach generations you have not yet met. Listen, not just with your ears, but with the deepest part of your being. This is not motivational content. This is not positive thinking wrapped in spiritual language. This is a summons from the throne of heaven. And it has your name written on it in letters of fire. A decision has been made in the courts of eternity, and that decision concerns you, your home, your future, your children's children. The verdict has been pronounced, and it is in your favor, deep in your spirit, beneath the exhaustion and the cynicism and the disappointment. Something is stirring right now. You feel it. That flutter of possibility you thought you had buried forever. That spark of hope you decided was too dangerous to nurture. It is awakening because my voice carries power that transcends human logic. When I speak, dead things come alive. When I decree, impossible things become inevitable. The battle you have been fighting is not what it appears to be. Yes, there are bills. Yes, there are debts. Yes, there are numbers on screens that make your stomach turn and your hands shake. But the war being waged against you is not about money. It never was. The enemy targeted your finances because he knew that financial pressure would do what nothing else could. It would make you question my goodness. It would make you doubt my provision. It would steal your peace, crush your faith, and convince you that you are alone in this fight. But you are not alone. You have never been alone. While you lay awake calculating and recalculating, trying to stretch what cannot be stretched, I was in that room with you. While you cried in the car before walking into work with a smile you did not feel, I collected every tear. While you hid your pain from your children, pretending everything was fine when your world was collapsing, I saw the strength it took. And I am here to tell you that your faithfulness in that darkness has moved heaven itself. I am your Father, your protector, your defender. I am the God who guards what is mine, and you are mine. The attack on your wallet was really an attack on your soul, an attempt to sever your connection with me through the slow torture of lack. But anyone who touches you touches the apple of my eye, and I do not take kindly to my children being tormented. I have stepped down from my throne, and I am moving in your situation in ways that will shock you. They have tried to trap you with debt. They have surrounded you with lack. They have dressed you in the shame of not being enough, not having enough, not doing enough. But your answer will not come from banks. It will not come from employers. It will not come from government programs or lucky breaks. Your answer is coming from my throne, and when I answer, it is not just a solution. It is a demonstration of power that leaves no doubt about who is God. Listen to my voice today, not as religious words you have heard 1,000 times, but as a prophetic declaration spoken directly into your reality. I am the God who untangles what seems hopelessly knotted. I am the one who raises victory banners over battles that look lost. Open your heart beyond your doubt and receive what I am saying. The obstacles that tower over you like mountains, blocking your view of any future beyond survival, their time is running out. Those mountains will crumble. The dead ends that seem to prove there is no way forward will transform into doorways of opportunity you could not have imagined. I make the impossible bow to my will. I bring solutions from nothing. I create healing where there is only hurt. I pour light into darkness so thick you forgot what brightness looks like. I straighten paths that have been twisted by generational curses and personal mistakes. I open roads through wilderness where there has never been a road before. And I am doing this for you right now, even as you listen. Do not forget who I am. I am faithful beyond human comprehension. I do not abandon those who trust in me, even when that trust is hanging by the thinnest thread. Even when your faith is the size of a mustard seed, I honor it. If you receive this word, write bills paid in the comments as an act of faith, declaring that this promise is not just for others but for you. Choose to align yourself with the Lord of hosts, because I tell you, what I am about to do exceeds your capacity to ask or imagine. The limits of your mind cannot contain the greatness of my love or the extent of my power. From before you were born, I planned blessings for your life. The desires of your heart matter to me more than you know. But understand this clearly: what I have prepared for you is greater than what you think you want. My dreams for you dwarf your dreams for yourself. I am the one who opens doors you did not know existed. I change situations you labeled impossible. Your thoughts and prayers are already before me, and I work on your behalf before you form the words. The paths I prepare are more beautiful than your limited perspective can grasp. When you think you have reached the end, when you believe there is nothing left, I will show you there is always more with me. My resources do not run out. My wells do not run dry, and I am preparing to pour abundance into your life in ways that will leave you breathless. I saw you hold your head high, even when your account showed zero. I watched you hide your pain so others would not worry. I witnessed the tears you choked back while standing in line at the pharmacy, doing the math in your head, deciding which medication you could afford to skip this month. I saw the quiet agony in your eyes when your child asked for something simple and you had to say no. Then smile and pretend it did not break your heart. Every bill you could not pay, every call you did not answer because you knew it was a creditor, every sleepless night spent terrified about the future. I saw it all. Nothing has escaped my sight. And I am telling you now, do not accept lack as your new normal. Do not make peace with poverty. Do not convince yourself that this is just how life is for people like you. I am not a God who takes away. I am a God who multiplies. I am not a God who traps you in cycles of lack. I am a God who breaks chains and sets captives free. I do not offer excuses. I bring promises, and my promises are backed by all the power in heaven and earth. What you lacked was temporary. What I am about to pour out on you will create a legacy. You were being tested, not punished. Even when your heart was shattered, you still whispered thank you. Even when your faith was barely alive, you still declared God will provide. Heaven witnessed that. Angels recorded it, and it did not go unnoticed by me. I saw when you chose to care for your sick family member even though you could barely care for yourself. I saw when you gave from your lack because someone else had greater need. I saw when you held back bitterness and chose trust over blame. These acts of faithfulness in the darkness have moved me, and now I move for you. If you still trust the hand that holds you, write God will provide in the comments. The time has come. I am reaching down from my throne to restore what was stolen from you. But do not think small. Do not limit my power with your limited imagination. What I am about to do is not just about paying off debts or bringing extra income, though those things will happen. I am breaking the chains of poverty that have strangled your family line for generations. I am not just acting for you. I am acting for your entire bloodline. Your faithfulness has caused me to visit your family with power. Your children will feel this shift. Your grandchildren will benefit from this breakthrough. Even family members who do not yet know me will experience the ripple effects of what I am doing for you today. I am the God who prepares a table before your enemies, and the table where you will soon sit will not be set with shame but with honor. The season of lack is ending. An era of abundance is rising in your home like the sun breaking through storm clouds. And what I am preparing for you is not limited to your lifetime. It is a legacy of blessing that will flow through generations because my promise to you has no expiration date. I have decided to honor your faithfulness by turning your scars into symbols of victory. Humiliation will not be your future. Oppression will not be your inheritance. I am changing the decree that held you down. I am erasing debts that made you feel trapped. I am reopening dreams you sealed shut because the pain of hoping was too much to bear. Your story is not over. In fact, the best chapters have not been written yet. You will remember these words when that unexpected provision arrives. You will fall to your knees, and tears will flow. But this time they will be tears of relief and gratitude. You will look around at your transformed circumstances and realize I was never far away. I was strengthening your foundation, sharpening your faith, building your capacity to steward the abundance coming your way. Because those who carry great promises must have strong foundations. A promise without preparation becomes a burden that crushes. But a promise forged through pain, waiting, and prayer transforms into glory that endures. Do not fear, you will not lose your home, you will not lose your dignity. You will not lose your mind trying to figure out how to survive another month. You will see my word manifest right before your eyes. The provision you have only dreamed about, the freedom that seemed impossibly distant, will come in its appointed time, and my timing is never late. When everything looks lost, I provide the way out. When everyone says there is no hope, I open a path no one saw coming. You will not be remembered as the one who lost everything. You will be known as the one who endured and overcame through faith, the one who chose to believe in the darkest hour instead of surrendering to despair, the one who refused to quit. I am not so unjust as to forget what you have done. I am not so blind as to miss your tears. I am not so deaf as to ignore your prayers whispered in the middle of the night. I am your God, your Father, your provider, and the one who controls your life is not the bank, not the corporation, not the economic system. It is me, if I am your shepherd. You will lack nothing. Even when the world around you appears unchanged, your spiritual reality has already shifted because my word, once spoken, never returns without accomplishing its purpose. Freedom is coming. The answer is already in motion, and nothing at all can stop what I have decreed. Not the debt, not the bills, not the lack of opportunity, not the closed doors. When I decide to move, mountains dissolve into dust. When I speak provision over your life, resources appear from sources you did not know existed. Stop believing that you deserve this suffering. Stop accepting the lie that poverty is your portion. The enemy wants you to think that lack is punishment for your past mistakes. But I tell you that I am not holding your past against you. I have already paid the price for every wrong turn, every bad decision, every moment you fell short. What you are walking through now is not punishment, it is preparation. And the preparation is almost complete. I am teaching you something in this season that you could not learn in abundance. I am showing you that your security is not in money but in me, because there is a kind of provision I can only release when my child's heart no longer bows to wealth, but only to my presence. Money makes a terrible master but a wonderful servant, and I am training you to be a master, not a slave. Very soon you will understand why certain doors did not open. You will look back at opportunities that fell through and realize that those paths would have destroyed you. You will think of people who walked away and recognize that they were connections that would have kept you from your destiny. What you lost for my sake, I will return to you with interest and honor. The shame you have carried like a heavy coat will fall from your shoulders. The disgrace that made you avoid eye contact and hide in corners will be replaced with confidence that comes from knowing who you are and whose you are. When I restore, I do not just bring you back to where you were. I elevate you to where you were always meant to be. Your eyes will witness the return of prodigal children. You will see reconciliation in broken relationships. You will experience abundance where there was famine. I am moving heaven on your behalf, rearranging circumstances, repositioning people, redirecting resources. You will be amazed but not unprepared because your spirit already senses what is coming. Do not fear abundance when it arrives. Do not fear a full table. Do not shrink back when doors begin to swing open. You are not unworthy of blessing, you are chosen for it. I have been training you in secret so you will know how to walk in favor when it manifests. I hid you to protect what is mine. Now the time has come to reveal you. There is a word coming from my throne right now. A word that concerns you specifically. It is a word of fullness, of restoration, of honor. The season of lifting your head has arrived. The time has come to open the drawers where you buried dreams that pain killed. It is time to believe again, to breathe hope into your lungs, to walk with confidence that comes from knowing I am with you. When my spirit breathes on a situation, everything changes. What was dead comes back to life. What was buried breaks through the surface. Even when the enemy tries to remind you of past failures, do not stop moving forward because your story will not be written by old chapters. I am the author of your life, and I am writing new pages right now. New seasons, new beginnings, new levels of blessing. It does not matter what people said about you. It does not matter what they predicted. It does not matter how they mocked your faith when you declared God would provide. The only thing that matters is what I have said, and I have declared that you will prosper. I have promised that your home will be protected. I have decreed that help will come at the appointed time and that the promises I made will not fade with time. Now I tell you even more. It is no longer time to merely survive. It is time to live fully, to walk with your head high, to breathe freely, to dream without the limitations poverty placed on your imagination. If I am your father, your soul will never have to beg for scraps, because your inheritance is secured. Not by human effort, but by divine decree. Not by your worthiness, but by my grace. What I establish, no one can tear down. What I build, no one can destroy. You will come to understand that what you were missing was simply space being created for something new to enter, because what is coming is too large for old mindsets. The anointing I am placing on your life is not for ordinary moments, but for a prophetic season, a time of acceleration. That is why I removed you from the slow pace of doubt. That is why I freed you from the paralysis of fear. That is why I lifted you from sinking sand. Now you walk under my word, under my covering, under my promise, and nothing can stop you. Hear me clearly. What happened to your finances was a desperate attempt by the enemy to derail a plan I set in motion before you were born. What you have dreamed through tears I designed in glory. There are riches inside you that you have not yet discovered. Gifts buried under the weight of survival mode. Talents silenced by the constant noise of lack. Plans drowned in the fear of not having enough to even try. But I know them all. Every pure desire, every vision your heart glimpsed before practical reality crushed it. Every idea that died because you had no resources to birth it. Money was never the point. It was only ever a tool to fulfill your purpose. The enemy tried to block that path by cutting off your resources, hoping you would give up on your destiny. But what is conceived in me cannot die in the heart of man. The promise I planted in your soul does not die because of debt. It does not fade because doors closed. I did not root it in the world's economy. I rooted it in my eternal word, and my word holds up the heavens and the earth. Write in the comments the promise is still alive, and declare it over your life. Do you remember when you cried alone and asked why me? I answered you in that silence, though you could not hear it yet. I chose you for this promise because I trusted you. There are callings I do not give to just anyone. There are mantles only those who have walked through fire can wear. I was there when you were rejected for that job, when that business failed, when the money you were promised never came. I was there in every delay, in every painful no, not to ignore your suffering, but to break your dependence on human systems and build your reliance on me. There is a level of abundance I can only release when my child's heart no longer bows to money, but only to my presence. And you have reached that place. You have been refined in the furnace of lack, and now you are ready for what I have been holding. I am leading you to a new place, a land where provision flows not just from your labor but from my grace. You will work, yes, with passion and wisdom and diligence, but no longer with anxiety. Fear will give way to assurance. Panic will be replaced by peace. You will know with unshakable certainty that I am managing every detail of your life. Each morning you will feel the fresh breath of my spirit guiding you. Doors will open that were previously locked. People will appear with opportunities at exactly the right moment. Resources will materialize from unexpected sources. Even on difficult days, you will know deep in your bones that you are never alone. The Lord is with you. Always. I do not just want you free from debt. I want you free to walk in the destiny I planned for you. There are places you will still go, words you will still speak, works you will still complete, and for that, you must release every mindset of scarcity. For years you asked for just enough because pain taught you to expect little. But I am not a God of barely enough. I am a God of abundance. When I multiplied loaves and fish, there were baskets left over. When I turned water into wine, it was the finest wine. When I bless, it is not just to meet the need, but to reveal who I am. Therefore, the freedom coming to your home will not be small. It will be so undeniable that even your enemies will be left speechless. They will look at you and wonder how this is possible. You will not need to defend yourself. Your life will speak for you. Those I honor in private, I also honor in public. Many witnessed your humiliation, but few stood by you. Now I will show everyone that the God who held you in the valley is the same God who lifts you to the mountain. Leave in the comments, "The God of the mountain is my God." Prepare yourself, because this freedom will not only touch you, it will cascade through your entire family. What I pour into your life will flow like oil, reaching your children, touching distant relatives, awakening family members who stopped praying. When I bless a house, I bless the whole bloodline. The attack was not just against you. It was aimed at your spiritual inheritance, at the generations that would come from you. Now you understand why the cost was so high. The blessing you carry is proportional to the battle you survived. What nearly destroyed you was actually the enemy's tribute to the greatness inside you. He would not have fought so hard if you were not a threat to his kingdom. But his time is up. His assignment against your finances is canceled. His access to your home is revoked. I am decreeing over you right now that every door the enemy closed, I am opening. Every opportunity he blocked, I am restoring. Every resource he stole, I am returning with interest. You will not just recover, you will overflow. You will not just survive, you will thrive. You will not just have enough, you will have abundance to share, to give, to bless others the way you wished someone had blessed you. This is the word of the Lord over your life tonight. Receive it not as wishful thinking, but as prophetic truth. What I have spoken will come to pass. The freedom is already in motion. The provision is already released. The breakthrough is already on the way. All that remains is for you to hold on a little longer, to keep your faith alive a little while more, to refuse to give up when you are so close to the finish line. I love you. I see you. I have not forgotten you. And your season of lack is ending tonight. The door to abundance is opening. Walk through it with your head held high, knowing that what I have prepared for you is greater than anything you lost, anything you suffered, anything you feared. Your breakthrough begins now.